I became a multi-millionaire in my 30s by starting a side hustle. You see, 2 years ago, I was spending hours consuming content on YouTube trying to find the best way to create some passive income. And thanks to my favorite creators, I found the ultimate side hustle for me, and only working 5 hours a week for 4 months straight, I became a multi-millionaire. Okay, did you guys believe any of that? Because that is total and complete BS, utter BS. The buzzword for 2024 is side hustle. Everywhere you turn, it seems like there's a new article or a new video urging you to jump on the side hustle train. But when you're already working 45 hours at your day job and you're trying to maintain life as a real adult, making sure you're meal prepping, going to the gym, spending time with your family, keeping your house clean, you're thinking, where do I have time to build this magical side hustle? Well, here's a thought. Maybe you don't need a side hustle, at least not right now, because a side hustle really isn't a side hustle. Despite what the internet tells you, a side hustle isn't some magical part-time hustle that's gonna bring in $10,000 a month with minimal effort. That world doesn't exist, and if it does, why isn't everyone doing it? Everything that brings in money, that generates money, requires a lot of work. And oftentimes, a side hustle is demanding as a full-time job. In fact, for a lot of people, it is a full-time job. Don't let the people on the internet fool you. They didn't make $10,000 or $20,000 a month working 10 hours a week. And if they did, it took them years and years to get to that point. The truth is, side hustles, well, they're often a distraction because it's almost one of those get-rich-quick scheme. Everybody's trying to jump on it, but it doesn't really work unless you work. So you have to invest a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy to growing that side hustle. So let's break down this side hustle one step further. Most side hustle requires either one of two things: time or money. If you don't have any money, then you have to put in a lot of time to growing this side hustle. And if you don't have any time, well, you're gonna need a lot of money to fund the side hustle. And if you're short on both time and money, well, you're out of luck. Or, well, maybe then you need to prioritize getting more time and getting more money. Reverse engineer this process and see how you can gain back your time and earn more money so that you can start your side hustle. This is what I would do. First, you would want to maximize your role in your current job. So seek opportunities within your current position or even actually in a new position and try to acquire as many new skills as possible. Take on more responsibilities and increase your income. The primary objective here is to get more money into your pocket so you can invest that money. And if you invest that money appropriately, that money will make you more money over time with compound interest. Now, once you've landed that role that nurtures your professional growth, now it's time to automate your workflow. Now, I'm not suggesting that you need to replace your task with robots or software. No, what I'm saying is you need to assume a leadership position, a leadership role in your current position and craft a high-performing, efficient team. You want to assemble a competent team to help you perform at your peak level. Now, if you're a PA like me, this means you need to build a team that can handle non-PA specific tasks. Non-PA specific tasks. Someone else should be managing your prior authorization, handling all the paperwork, coordinating the schedules, and ordering medications for the clinic or the hospital. Your primary job as a PA involves one thing: consulting patients, seeing patients, treating their illnesses, and diagnosing them. And then you want to bill for your services and document those interactions with your patients. That's what you're paid top dollars to do. Providers are the only people on the medical team that can bill for their services. And that's really important to remember because that's how you bring in revenue for the company. So 85 or 90% of your day should be dedicated to doing just that: PA specific high level tasks. Everything else should and can be delegated to your nurses, your MAs, and your surgical techs. Now, obviously, you will need some sort of tracking system in place to ensure that your tasks are completed, your patients are satisfied with both the service that you and your team provided. So essentially, what you're doing is you're automating your job, making everything easy and effortless, almost like you can do your job with blindfolds on. Because once you've reached this level of competency and proficiency, not only are you in a better position to negotiate for a salary increase, but you're also in a different space, a mental space where you can focus on something else besides your 9-to-5 job. This could be building a family or building a side hustle, and now your side hustle won't affect your regular job. And if you don't know how to build an efficient team or automate your job and increase your income as a PA, then allow me to help. I'm in the process of building a new community, dedicated PAs who are serious about becoming a PA millionaire within 10 years of clinical practice, a PA that's serious about becoming work optional. If that's something you're striving towards, then you can sign up for the notification for when this community launches, likely in a few weeks when this video is out. But we'll need some beta testers to test out this program first. So if you want to volunteer, sign up below. Okay, now back to side hustles. A side hustle is essentially a business. When you say you want to start a side hustle, what you're really saying is you want to dabble into entrepreneurship. You want to build a service or a product that brings in recurring revenue. Now ask yourself this. Do you have the time to build a functional and profitable business? Do you have a strategy in place to generate new customers and recurring customers every single week? Do you have time to learn about sales and marketing and build a website that drives traffic into your product or service? If the answer is no, then you're probably not ready to start a side hustle. Dropshipping, e-commerce, digital products, affiliate marketing, real estate, photography, those are all great side hustles and they can all generate $1 million revenue for you. But they all require a lot of work. None of it is really a side hustle. It's a full-time job. So you really shouldn't start a side hustle unless you're able to invest a bunch of your time, a bunch of your energy, and a bunch of money into this project, this passion project for a very long time. I'm talking a few years, not a few months. Because here's the reality of having a side hustle. You will essentially have no work-life balance. Because when you start your side hustle while working your 9-to-5 job, your side hustle will increase your stress level significantly, and you'll find it very hard to make time for your personal and family commitments. You're also gonna be working a lot, a ton of hours, which puts you at a higher risk for burnout because now you're juggling a full-time job and probably putting in 10 and 20 hours into your side hustle. So you're gonna be working hours and hours, nights and days. And that's exactly what burnout looks like, mental and physical exhaustion. And don't forget about the financial risk that comes with starting a business. Not all side hustles are profitable from the start. In fact, 70% of businesses fail. That's a big risk. You're losing a lot of money, potentially. So if you can't afford to lose that money, you can't afford to fund your side hustle, especially if you're drowning in a bunch of student loan debt. So like I mentioned earlier, a side hustle can often be a distraction from your bigger goals. And this distraction might even affect your day job because you might reduce your efficiency, your focus, and your performance on the job. And worst case scenario, you get fired, you lose your job, and you lose your primary source of income. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't start a side hustle because I did, and my side hustle eventually became my full-time hustle. But keep in mind, I didn't launch my side hustle when I was drowning in $150,000 in student loan debt. And I didn't dive into a side hustle right out of PA school when I'm trying to navigate my career and learn how to diagnose pneumonia. And I didn't embark on a side hustle as a new mom trying to breastfeed and keep my kids alive. I built my side hustle at a time where I was burnt out from my job and I was yearning for an outlet to express my creative side. And at this point, I was already 8 years into my PA career and I felt like I could do my job effortlessly. It was boring, it was mindless, and I was an autopilot. And I only started my side hustle once I was debt-free and had a significant safety net of savings, just in case my side hustle didn't take off. So I could afford to play around with entrepreneurship and dabble in and see if I like it and not get paid for it. The point I'm making is a side hustle is great only when the time is right. So don't feel pressure from society to start your side hustle now when it's not the right time for you. It might not be the right time for you. So focus on your one big goal right now. And whatever that big goal is for you, that is good enough. If you're a new grad and you want to learn as much medicine right now as possible, then do just that. Focus on that one thing. Or if your goal is to get rid of $150,000 in 4 years, then focus on that one thing. There is nothing wrong with starting small and being laser focused on one big goal. In fact, most entrepreneurs become multi-millionaires because they're able to do that really well. They focus on one big thing for a really, really long time. They don't get bored and they don't get distracted by shiny object syndrome. So the main takeaway here is to set a clear goal for yourself for the next 2 or 3 years, make a plan to achieve that goal and don't get distracted. Silence the noise. Too many people are aimlessly chasing side hustles without a clear direction. don't be one of those people. If you're really serious about starting a side hustle and you have the time and money for it, then do so. But if you haven't gone there yet, slow it down and take it one step at a time. And as a friendly reminder, if you haven't already done so, please smash the like button and subscribe for more money and medicine content. If you have any questions, I would love to hear your thoughts. Comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.